Angela Diffley, our foreign editor, with me to unpack a little bit of what Trump and Harris had to say. Very different visions then in their closing messages.
It could hardly be more contrasting. Yeah, we had Kamala Harris there, really optimistic, upbeat. She's been making a lot of this message of we're not going back, which has really caught on, and trying to counter the Make America Great Again slogan, that there would be chaos should Trump take over. But she's really ending on this very optimistic note. She is, it appears, doing well. There has been some internal polling which suggests that she is doing well amongst white women, and there has been a real push for women to vote, to get women to vote for Harris on the abortion issue. And generally, she has been pointing to Trump's attitude towards women. They are hoping to get those votes. And don't forget, women do go out and vote. So that's important. That is not always the case with men. So optimistic, that slogan, and really this push for women at the end. And we can do this together. Let's not be divided. Trump, a completely different message. The rhetoric has been really violent in the last few days, quite dark. And he is actively, willfully sowing the seeds to suggest that this election has been rigged. It will be fraudulent. He has offered no evidence at all, but is clearly laying the ground in case his side loses. And he will say yet again that the election has been stolen. Beyond that, he's been pushing the issues where he thinks he's strong, immigration. And it is clear that Americans, polls show, are very worried about illegal immigration. The economy, although it's very buoyant under Biden, there are worries about inflation and the cost of living. And so Americans don't necessarily feel better off. He's really been pushing that as well, and just making absolutely clear that people have to get out there and vote. He's worried because he appeals to men, and men aren't as organised about registering, filling in all the boring paperwork and going out to vote.
One thing that's stark, Angela, is that for weeks now, the polling numbers appear to have moved very little indeed. This is a razor-tight race.
Yeah, it is astonishing when you look at how turbulent this campaign has been. You know, at the beginning of the year, we had Trump bouncing back as he was in those court appearances and appeared as a victim, and really got this idea going that this was politically motivated, these prosecutions against him. And he really came back, although there were periods where he appeared downtrodden in court. Then we had Biden, the collapse of his campaign in that disastrous TV debate, the assassination attempts. Kamala Harris really getting this energy behind her. And then in recent weeks, we were told that Trump had taken back the advantage last week. Now we're saying there's a possibility that Kamala Harris has. It seems astonishing that after such an extraordinary election, with maybe 75, 78 million postal votes already cast, the polls are still right back where they were at the beginning, 50-50, polarised nation. And any of three scenarios might happen. Trump could win comfortably, Kamala Harris could win comfortably, or it could be an election which is not called for days and days. Razor sharp, unclear.
Just a final thought from you then, Angela, on security, because we have seen some images of Washington, D.C., landmarks being boarded up in anticipation of possible violence.
Yeah, after January the 6th, of course, this is an obvious concern. There have been some incidents as well of areas where you post your ballot being set fire to in Oregon and the state of Washington. The National Guard is being deployed in some areas at polling booths. There is a real worry that there could be. It seems to be more likely localized riots rather than something major in Washington. That is what's feared. There's no certainty that there'll be any violence, but it's feared that there'll be riots around particular polling stations. That's the real worry. There are going to be a huge number of lawyers at polling stations as well, because there will inevitably be legal challenges if the results are very close. So there's an awful lot to think about beyond a normal election night.
Angela Diffley, thank you very much indeed.